Hello, 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 and welcome back to another CreamCatCorner stream. Today we are playing again Hades, and the reason for my title is that yeah, I'm having a big sad moment this time, and that is also the reason why I didn't stream on Thursday morning or Wednesday night, depending on where you're from. It's because of that. First thing first, my cat got warded into a vet because of a chronic kidney disease, and I don't know, the vet told me it's a 50-50 chances. So I've been feeling anxious and feeling a little bit, not a little bit, a lot a lot of sadness. So yeah, I've been dealing with all these emotions. You know, living things have a finite living lifespan, so I've accept that, but it's still sad, right? I am quite close to this cat, and my channel is dedicated to her actually, because my cat is cream colored. She is a domestic long-haired cat. Her fur is not entirely cream. In fact, she's more to orange, gingery orange, but her belly is cream colored. And she's one of those cat that allows you to rub on her belly without ever scratching you back. So the reason why I call her Cream Cat is because of that. So yeah, when my channel uh dedicated to her, and suddenly she falls sick, and yeah, of course I personally felt sad about it. Sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place. It's quite difficult for me to process things like this. But anyway, I hope that by playing Hades, I would be distracting myself from the big sad, and let's get into it. Speaking of Hades, I've played back my original save file because I wanted to get some um just I just wanted to play some easier game basically. So this game, this save file specifically is very very easy, and I've escaped with only like what 18 minutes for the whole game. So maybe I'll try this save file first, and then you'll see just how much of a difference it makes. And let's get back into it.
Ouch. All right. Again?
Thanatos.
Anyway.
So long.
Okay.
You have returned.
I have returned. Thank you for noticing,
It
Nix.
pleases me having these brief exchanges, child.
Also, bear in mind the condition of my room right now. After this, I'm not sure. But I am planning to switch save file, and in that save file, my Zagreus's room is much different than this. Okay, I'm a little bit hazy on what happened. Oh, right. Talos.
Let me see
Aspect of
now.
Talos. Okay, okay.
Never felt so alive.
Okay. I am going to pick the Owl Pendant.
Again.
Oh God. Okay.
Don't you dare look at me like that, boy, with your mismatched eyes. You save it for yourself.
Oh my God,
You're a little jealous,
Hades.
don't you?
How dare you? He's your own son. Also,
Its eyes.
heterochromia is
Athena.
very interesting.
Take heed against your foe.
Divine dash, whatever. Let's go see chaos. Okay. Your dash has 28% less range. Or should we take more damage for a better boon? I'm going to take more coins. Why not? Ooh.
That's what you get. Do
Nice.
your worst. Who should I give
Whew.
this to?
Let's get more coins in my case because we literally cannot use darkness to heal ourselves because we choose to be like that. Nice.
Gemstones.
Santos heart. Okay. Whew. Nice. Ooh, nice. So far, things are quite okay.
Ready for me?
Okay, nice. Whoops. Ooh, nice.
Inspired.
Now we supposed to have more coins.
Take this part.
Ooh, Aries, nice. Oh no,
Alright, you sneak.
I hate the snake. Nice. And we didn't even take a single damage. Okay, I'm going to pick the Curse of Pain. Come on, Boldy. Okay, who? You.
Gemstones.
I always had problems with the small little guy. No, no, no. Hammer. Whoa. Is that all? I thought it was going to be a little bit more extreme, but
I do not think so, boy.
I think so. Nice.
I should not be the supervisor here.
Surprisingly, we didn't get hit. Well, just as I said, huh? You... Okay, nice. Nice, 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 nice. Whew, nice. Oof.
The power
Cool,
of
cool. Nice. Athena?
hear me on my authority.
Okay, okay. Blinding Flash is very good, and we got an epic version of it too. Nice. And just before the boss fight, too. Okay. The
Friend,
Symphony. Murder! Nice. Cool. Whoa. Zah. Whoa. The Symphony. Okay. Whew. I thought I was going to be using my Death Defiance there, but thankfully that didn't happen. Whew. Nice. Okay.
Acceptably achieved.
Um, Hydrolite. Hydrolite is good.
keepsakes hold.
Okay, here's the plan. I am going to use the Palm Blossom. Should I use the Palm Blossom? Yeah, sure. Why not?
Well said.
Use the Palm Blossom and then we change into the Acorn. The Aphrodite, not Aphrodite, Eurydice Acorn to protect us from Elysium boss.
How's that?
Nice. Oh, come on.
Just thought I'd check up on you, boss.
Okay, Swift Strike is very good.
Here goes.
Oh, Demeter! I don't want you right now.
Steady now.
You are just going to dilute the pool, but nice. Oh. Whew. Please, no. We got healing, we got nope.
Let me have it. Bye-bye.
Same, Zagreus, same. Bye bye.
In the name of Hades.
I keep forgetting that I have Boldy. Okay, wait. Any coins you find is worth 80% more. I feel like this Slothful Strike is much better here. For the next 4 encounters, you have 44% less move speed, but your attack is much quicker. I'm going to pick this. Dionysus, come on!
These witches again.
Whoa! Whew. Okay, premium vintage? Premium vintage. My health is so low. Okay.
Bone rakers.
Whoa! Nice. Oof, nice. Let's get keys. Why do I pick keys? I don't know. I should have picked darkness.
Back.
Where is the rest of you? Nice. Oh god. I hate the little Zeus's head. Oh god. Nice. Okay, okay. I need more healing.
What do I get?
Ooh, boon. Yarn of Ariane.
Some
Ariane
bones.
Grande. Okay, Cyclops Jerky is good. Life Essence, sure. More hearts. Oof. Okay. Oof. Okay. Now we just have to bit learny.
I'm back, Lenny, to kill you once again.
The way Zagreus said that is so nonchalant.
Got you.
Nice. Whoopsie.
There.
Oof, okay.
Who needs a neck anyway?
Whoops. Oh god. Okay, okay, okay. Oh god, okay, okay. Woo! Nice. Woo! Nice, nice, nice.
Back to wherever your neck went.
And our Curse of Chaos is done. Cool. Okay, let's get the Evergreen Acorn. Do we have any healing item? No. One more try.
What about these?
Ooh, okay. Should I get the Yarn of Ariane Grande? Sure, why not?
Close.
I've never tried having two Yarn of Ariane together. Hello, Caracalt. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Enjoy your stay. How are you, by the way?
Rot.
Nice. A little tired, but well, feeling a little bit stressed, so I thought watching someone playing Hades might help. Oh, thank you for the for
Do we have
watching my stream.
God's grant me
I
strength.
might not be as good as some streamers are, but I'm glad you are able to find some sort of enjoyment from the stream. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you can distress while you are here. Okay, our Curse of Pain is the highest here, so let's get it leveled up.
Pump power.
Thank you for the kind words. Ooh, hammer. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I have Athena. Just dash around. I hate the little flame wheels. They are little, but they pack a punch. Nice. Woo. Okay. Nice. The little flame wheels are so annoying, right? Oh god. I don't know what to do with them if I didn't have Athena. Butterfly orbs, yes. The little butterflies, oh god. Especially when you are low in health and have no death defiance. Every step is literally an anxiety for me because I have to look around and dash around a lot. Ooh, I have draining cutter. Nice. Uh, I'm going to pick this. I actually wanted Athena's attack. Okay, Dionysus 8? Why not? Sorry, Athena. You've been so helpful to me, and I... Nice. Whoops! Oh god, okay, wait. I can't wait for Hades 2 to come out. They've been living rent-free in my brain for a very long time, ever since the announcement.
All is forgiven, Zagreus, and I take no offense.
Thank you, Athena. Oh, come on.
What
Okay.
else we got?
Oh no, Athena. Where's your attack? Divine Strike. Okay, thank you. Lately, it's been all Dead Cells and Ace Attorney for you. Ooh. I have Dead Cells, but I haven't had the chance to play it yet. Right? Yes, I'm so excited for Hades. Melino? Melino design is so cool. I wonder when the early access will be released. It must be close, right?
Who dies first?
Nice. Woo. Nice. The
Vitality.
draining cutter is so good. I love it. Demeter? Hopefully, yes, hopefully.
Rematch then.
I've been waiting
That
for
sounds
you.
a little bit harder for you to get into than Hades. I get what you mean because Hades has this interesting characters and colorful UI. I don't know. I love Hades. I've been playing it since early access before Mother Nyx got revealed. The nightly update. No, not nightly update. I don't remember, but I did get it before Nyx was revealed as a character. Not as a character, her character model been released. So that's cool. And I hope to play Hades 2 in early access too. Whoops. Oh, come on. I dash. Oh god. Nice. Okay. Cool, cool. Nice. Both have pretty art style. I've had Dead Cells, but I haven't played it yet before, so I can't compare it between that game and this game. So
The bitter cold and frost is just as inescapable as death itself.
yeah, speaking of Demeter, right? I've read somewhere in Reddit where they say Demeter is something like, "Oh, I blink too," and Demeter respond, "I used to blink too because my daughter used to blink, but now my daughter is no more, so I've never blink again." Because basically that is the essence of Demeter. It's so funny, Demeter. Okay, Crystal Beam or Snowburst? You know what? You know what? I'm going to roll.
How about a difference
Why
of
not?
approaches then?
Nourish Soul. Thank you.
The winter's chill.
Oh my god. Another? Okay. Nice. Whew, nice. Are you stuck, sir? Okay, nice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got the shields too. Oh no. Whoops. Nice.
In the name of Hades.
Whew. Okay. Rare crop, huh? Sure. Oh no, it... Okay. Blinding Flash, Curse of Pain, and Divine Strike. Okay. We just have to deal with it. Every 3 encounters, huh? Okay. Whoopsie. How much of a difference it makes having a normal, not normal, I guess it is normal, huh? And the different rarities of boons for our attack. Right now, our boons for attack are common, and our attack. Ooh. Um. Patroclus. Always choose Patroclus. Our attack is quite good. Cyclops jerky, nice. Athena. I've been getting a lot of Athena. What the hell? Merciful End, nice. Okay, Merciful End is good. I've played Merciful End before. Whoops! Okay. Oh god. Zagreus? Oh no, the blender move. I hate Asterius. Why do you keep doing the blender move? Hello? Oh god, okay. Thu Yanli? Do I pronounce your name? Hi, Thu Yanli. Can I call you Yanli? Thu Yanli. Okay. Hello, and welcome, Lee. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoyed the stay. How are you? Oh god, I can't speak. Oh god. Okay. Oh no, the blender move. Whoops. Theseus. Okay. Whew. Relax. We can do this. I don't want to use a Death Defiance here. And the bull is almost dead. Nice. I did. You're next. Whoops. Okay. I can't read chat right now because I have to focus a little bit, but after I defeated Theseus, I promise to read chat. Whoops. I dare, Theseus, I dare. Oh god, okay. Nice. Whew, nice. Okay. Oh god, okay. Nice. Oh my god. Am I trying high hit? I'm trying. The keyword here is trying. I always got my ass kicked by um the final boss. Oh god, okay. Also, I am playing on hell mode, so it is inherently much more difficult because there are settings embedded in it. So, and you, Yanli, you are on hit 40. Oh my god. How did you manage to do it? Oh my god. The highest I've been in this save file is I think hit 18. So I can't even get the final Skelly statue yet. Holy crap. Hit 40, huh? Oh
I shall
no.
stop you by my own hand if I must.
I can't even handle
They
hit
have to live the
18.
same as all the rest.
Should I get the price of Midas? No, no, no. We have a lot of coins. Sorry for the late reply. God, what is happening with me today? Okay, time for the main event. Let's see if we can defeat the final boss or not. Okay, we have Dionysus there. We have Athena. Let's get Ares for now.
This way.
You're at 20? Oh no. Both of y'all are very good. Very good indeed.
Come on.
When I first played this game, I've played it on God mode because, believe it or not, this is my first roguelike game. I've never had any opportunity to play games like this before, so it is a new experience for it is a new experience for me. So yeah, if you see uh, just how much uh, of a joke my first save file is, I'll show you guys after this. I can cruise much easily in that game, in that save file, compared to this. Oh god, okay. Nice. Whew. I know, right?
Deal with Father's pest problem, I
I
guess.
can't believe I fell in love with a roguelike game when yeah, when I first played this game, I've never even know what is a roguelike. Nice.
In the name of Hades.
Impending doom. Sure.
It's no use.
Okay. Athena. Yeah, let's go get Athena. Why not?
This way.
Nice. I can heal myself so much. This is one of those lucky run where it is yeah, it's a lucky run basically. Whoops, I am poisoned. Nice. Anything? Uh Nemesis Crest? Sure, why not? Uh Started play Moonlighter and Dead Cells, so those are the three you played so far. Nice. I've never heard of Moonlighter before. Sounds interesting. And I've definitely heard of Dead Cells. I haven't had the chance to play it yet, but soon. Actually, some of my viewers before have requested me to play Dead Cells, but yeah, I've never had the chance to play it yet. It's always with me, with my comfort game.
No.
Maybe next week. Maybe next week I'll try to play Dead Cells. Okay. Whew, nice. Whoa. Nice.
Olympus, I accept
Whew.
this message.
Holy shield or sure footing? Damage foes around you, huh? Okay. I am going to take the holy shield, because why not? N Hades is also your first roguelite, huh, Yunli? Nice. Yeah, I'm quite surprised. A lot of people's first roguelite is this game. Interesting, interesting. Okay, I want
Don't spend it all in one go.
Sorry,
Hermes.
heavy breathing. What might be there?
Um, ooh, quick favor. Thank you very much.
Which tunnel?
Ooh, I'm going to get the Centaur's Heart first.
Look at all that coin.
Yeah, usually the game that I've played a lot is um hack and slash. When I was a kid, I used to play a lot of hack and slash and um mostly yeah, mostly hack and slash. I played a lot of Kingdom Hearts and I love that game. Apparently, my PC is not strong enough to play Kingdom Hearts on the Epic Game version. So, yeah, I've played a lot of Kingdom Hearts 2 actually. Now that I think about it,
Sages.
yeah,
So much just
I've
lapsed.
played some
This stuff.
of Birth by Sleep, but I didn't finish that game.
Got this delicious sack of meat for
Okay,
you. Pleasure doing
okay,
business.
let's get Divine Dash. Yeah, Divine Dash. And
Strongest.
then, ooh, Impending Doom. Get this Centaur's Heart. Okay, Dionysus. Really? Okay, all three of this sucks. But I'm going to try for something else. Um, Positive outlook? I don't know.
Gigantic Cerberus accepts the prince's foul offering.
Your first video game were Animal Crossing, Professor Layton, and Mario Kart. Ooh, don't know much about other game. Hades is kind of one of the games you played a lot. Hey, no worries, Yanli. There's always a game that always compels us back to play it. It was like Caracult. You were like 3 at the time and couldn't read yet. Okay, it's okay.
Thank you.
At least the experience was nice for you, right? Oh, also, how can I forgot? I've played a lot of Silent Hill 3 and 2 when I was a kid. Not a kid, I was in primary school, if I'm not
Still
mistaken.
chilly out here thanks to grandmother.
When I was a kid, I used to play a lot of Spyro Year of the
The heavens
Dragon.
and the seas belong
I
to
don't
my
know why
brothers,
I played that game a lot,
but know that you
but
are still in my domain.
my child brain really like um, the the gameplay of that game. It's been a while since I've played Spyro actually. Whoa! Oh god. Oof. Nice. Okay, I hate the snake. I hate the snake so much. Nice. By the way, um, Oh god. What is your favorite keepsake amongst all the keepsakes in the game? Mine is definitely in lower heat. I have to say it's Patroclus sword, broken spear point. Is it broken spear point? I'm not even sure. Oh god. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hades? Oof, nice.
Come on and die.
Uh-oh. I make a rookie mistake there, but whatever. Oh god, another mistake? Oh, I mistimed that. I mistimed that.
You're bleeding, boy.
Your healing do nothing, Hades. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I shouldn't talk shit, huh? Okay.
Enough of you.
Whoop. Nice. Oof. Oof. Okay. Okay. Oh god. I'm stupid. Okay, okay. Here's the thing. Woo. Okay. I want a little bit of healing. Where are you? Okay. Whoa! Hades? Stop teleporting. Oh no. Oh oh uh-oh. Uh-oh. Goldie? I need help. Uh-oh. Oh, I hate the third third I hate the third phase of Hades. Mainly because of the dark arena. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. Okay, Dionysus, I need help. I need all the help I can get. No! 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 Uh-oh! 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 No!
Do not become too prideful, boy.
Uh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh god. Okay.
Got me
Oh.
again, damn it.
Oh no. Okay. Um, Yanli, your favorite keepsake is the bone hourglass. Okay. Uh, okay. I feel like my brain is having some time to reset itself. Oof. EM4 is, in fact, yes. Yes, I agree. Oh god. I can cruise through the first two phase, but I always panic when the third phase start. Always. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Okay. Hello, Dusa.
Oh, wow. I'm so sorry, Prince.
Okay. Um. Ooh.
Nix was just telling me some more about your.
Okay, this is just repeated dialogue. So you usually do max force overtime, extreme measures 2, and tight deadline max since it's best for speedruns and it's automatic 15 hit. So you would recommend you trying that out. Okay, let me show you setup I did.
Skelly.
Okay, so basically this is yeah, this is by default. The hard labor lasting consequences and
I only wish.
yeah, calisthenic program is embedded into the game because of hell mode. And I basically just turn it on and I just play basically I just want to play the extreme measures 4 because I've played this game before and the other settings are much easier, especially damage control is easy because you basically just have to hit the enemies depending on the setting once or twice. It's easy. But EM4 I really need practice. All right.
Matter there, boyo.
Okay. Here's the thing. I am going to change my save file. Oh wait. Yeah, this is the save file that I've played when when I first started playing this game. And I apparently I've never fully maxed out all of this keepsake. Extreme Measures 4 is one of the last pack of punishment you get even for a good runner. Really? Oh man. But yeah, I do like the challenge. Okay, here's the thing. I wanted to fully leveled up all of my keepsake here. So I'm going to do a 1 or 2 run with the Shattered Shackle until it is fully leveled, and then we will change into the Evergreen Acorn
Go with that one.
using the same aspect of Talos. Nice. As you can see, I've never unlocked the final Skelly statue, even in this save file. Oh my god, how nostalgic. Okay, first thing first, EM4. Nice. And then hard labor. No, jury summons. Jury summons. Calisthenic program is doable. Force overtime. And then damage control. What? No. I don't want damage control right now. Maybe, yeah, maybe more jury summons. Why not? No. In fact, I'm not taking calisthenic program, but more hard labor. Nice.
My choice is made.
Okay. Ooh, Athena.
It's fortunate your troubles with your mother.
Okay, I
See what
want
else.
Divine Dash. Thank you.
No use.
Okay, wait. No, not display. Not that. Settings. Card mode. Right cursor. Timer display. Oh my god, is it this easy? Get the Santos heart. Always with the Santos heart first.
Surprise. Come on in.
Whoa, okay, what's up with the lag? Nice. Okay, let me see if I can defeat this game quickly enough. Oh, hell yeah. Goat mode really reduces my damage by quite considerably, considering I've played. This is the save file that I've played when I was literally a noob at the game. I really don't know what I am doing, and I am dying like flies. Like literally, my god mode now is I think it is at the maximum damage reduction, which is at 80%. So yeah, it doesn't affect our damage, right? It only has the damage reduction on. Okay, wait. Okay, after this, I'm going to check something. Yeah, this is the save file that I've played when I first started playing this game.
Okay.
Okay, God mode, yeah, damage resistant is 80%. Yep. But it doesn't affect our damage, so should be fine. Nice. Okay, Athena. Good, good.
See that again, huh?
Nice.
That's what you get.
Okay, blinding flash is good. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Whew. Thank you for the um guide for your hit gauge, Yan Li. I'm going to read it after this. Okay. Whoa, okay. Look at how puny the damage I receive. God,
Dearest wife.
can you imagine? And I still got stuck in this game. Different league. Sure. We do have the Shattered Shackle on. Uh, yeah, apparently I've never finished this game. That's a lot of content. At least on this save file that I've never accessed. Nice. Okay. Whew, nice. Okay, blinding flash leveled up. Ooh, always choose to give nectar to Boldy.
Just one thing I don't understand, Prince said. If you'll indulge me for a moment here. If everything is all right for you at the house, then why?
Okay,
You
okay.
know, wouldn't.
Sure, that.
Karen's Oval.
Sure, here you go.
Cheers, mate. What's the latest, Boldy?
I love it.
Cheers.
Okay, damage reduction 4%. We don't need more damage reduction. Whatever. Tough word saying I don't need damage reduction.
He's ready. Prince Zagreus, you are trespassing beyond the limits of your authority.
Come on, mate. Why so formal all of a sudden? We've been through this countless times. Wait, is it because...
Oh, come on, Zag. Will you just learn to play along for once? Come on and fight me like you mean it.
Oh, I will fight you. Don't you worry. Okay. Here's something that some people might disagree, but I personally do not like Electo. Because I feel like Electo is too aggressive. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god, I took 4 damage because of the damage reduction. Oh god.
Sisters, go.
Nice seeing you.
I know, right? I love this symphony.
Sure.
Mostly because of her perma-reach meter that makes it difficult for me to play against Electo. Okay, I just need to clear 13 encounters and then we need to clear 47 encounters, 50 encounters. That's a lot of
That's
run.
enough Tartarus.
Basically, I have to use the Shattered Shackle in at least 2 eyes in 2 more
Be
runs.
there soon, Nanny.
I don't know. Ooh, a hammer. Whoa. Okay, nice. Uh-oh, where? Hello. What are you doing here? Okay, Greening Cutter is not that useful for us because we have the damage reduction. Explosive upper, dash strike. Hmm. I'm guessing rolling knuckle is much more beneficial for us.
That's it.
We have Hermes. Let's go with Hermes right now. Your 40 hit game is very different from your 32 hit, which is quite funny. Oh, interesting. Can you tell us more about that? Because 40 hit game is quite high.
Wait, Magus.
Whoops. Oof, nice.
Good boss, I can see you're
Okay, let's get the greater haste.
And here we go.
Nice. Oh God. Okay. Is it just me or okay? It's not just me. The enemies are faster.
No way. Good enough to eat.
Blinding flash. More Santos heart, please. 40 heat was a giant leap for you in terms of difficulty, so you had to use no healing, expensive shop, and 40% more damage. Ooh, yikes. How do you manage to do that? The only for you to heal was using Stubborn Defiance, which makes it kind of hard for bosses. Oh, that is the one that replenish every time you reset an encounter, right? Not encounter, every room. Yeah, I've never tried Stubborn Defiance before. But I've seen other speedrunners use it before. Oh my god. Okay.
You're late.
Nice. Oh my god. Demeter, really?
Off we go.
Okay. Artemis, I need help. Stubborn Defiance is usually for high heat. Touche. I've never played high heats myself, so... Whoop! Don't mind me. Believe it or not, the reason why I played back this save file is because I've never completed all of my achievement in this game. Funny, isn't it? I played this game like what, 300 plus hour? Almost reaching 400 hours. And I've never completed three um achievement in this game, which is the Lembum Plume one, Thanatos one I've done it, and the other one is the maxing out all of the keepsake.
Have to say, I had a pretty decent time with everybody at our little visit recently. Met you, Uncle Hades, even Great Achilles.
Oh
So
my god.
I appreciate you tricking us, but I can get over it eventually. Anyway, you still could use assistance from me, right?
Artemis is best girl. Okay. I love how she fangirls over Achilles. Okay, should I take a Artemis 8 or True Shot? And I'm going with Artemis 8. That thing deals a hell lot of damage. You would not recommend you would recommend not extra measures for those since it's extremely hard. Yeah, I figured. But I wanted to try it at least till a certain point because extreme measures 4 is extremely fun even though it's extremely difficult. Usually don't try for achievements, so you are missing a lot, you believe. Okay, so that's fair, that's fair. Not everyone is keen for achievement. In fact, I've played this game for quite a while,
Thought I'd drop in.
and I've never completed my achievement.
Had a feeling I would find you all. I'll make this quick. That was my plan.
Whoops! Sorry, Thanatos, you were too slow. Uh-oh. Nice.
Enough. You're not too bad at this.
Hello?
We should do this again.
I did more kill than you. You only try for Extreme Measures 3. You don't think you can defeat Hades Extreme Measures 4 with only Death Defiance. Yeah. If I have one Death Defiance, I don't think I will make the game much more fun for me. At that point, I would just quit the game. Hey, Lerny.
Not really in a talking mood this time, Lerny.
Whoops. Okay, the problem with the fist is that it is a very short range weapon.
What now?
Is the Shattered Shackle this strong? Or am I this strong because of God mode? I don't even know anymore. Whoopsie. Mostly because of God mode, huh? Uh-oh. 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 In normal run, I would have died then. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Oh god. Okay. Okay. Lerny.
Oh, hi, remember me?
Nice. I love the Artemis 8 because she can simply one-shot the enemy.
Got it.
Hey. Nice. How many... Oh my god, really? 6 encounters to fully rank up? Okay. It's doable. Doable.
Take me up.
Shaker Shield is very high damage. That what it's called? Oh. I've never knew Lerny variant has a name. Interesting. Also, I've played this game for quite a while and I still learn new things in the game. For example, last few weeks, one of my viewers said that if you defeat Asterius in the mini boss room, he has less health at the final boss fight. And I personally never noticed that before.
Like that.
Okay. Oh god, explosive upper or concentrated knuckle? I am going to try with the Colossus Knuckle. Oh wait, since we do have God mod on, so why not? Why not use the concentrated knuckle?
Good as new.
Oh, it's just okay. No worries, no worries, Yanli. My English is not very good either. I'm not a native English speaker, so I took streaming as a chance to practice my English, both spoken and reading and typing. But less of typing and more to speaking. So, it's okay as long as the message is um conveyed. So that's fine. Also, everyone stay hydrated. Hey, ooh, that is some nice water. Okay, yeah, stay hydrated, y'all. Stay hydrated. By the way, Yanli, where you're from, by the way? Ooh, I don't want health. I want more Hermes. Oh God. Okay. Um, I hit the little flame wheels. Stop. Oh no. Interesting. I take three damage. Ooh. Uh, you're guessing I like Merciful N? Um. Okay, wait. Okay, my favorite dual boon so far. Okay, wait. Is this? Is it Hermes? No. Uh, no, not Aphrodite. I know in the community, people dislike Demeter. I actually love the Crystal Clarity dual boon. I really like it. I don't know. Some people don't like Demeter because of her crystal beam, but I personally love crystal beam with the crystal clarity. Hello, Vigor. How are you? Yeah, most people don't like Demeter because I don't know her uh, I don't know her boon is not very good. But for me, for my playstyle, I love it. Also, I low key like the stubborn root. Mostly because I am very clumsy with my gameplay, and Stubborn Roots rewards that kind of gameplay. Glad to hear that, Vigor. Also, her status effect, which is chill, is very nice. Also, in the rare occasion where you got the winter harvest, you got a cool dialogue or voice line by Demeter, and I like Demeter because of that. Simply because of that. But other than that, I don't really care much about other dual boons except for Artemis. Artemis is best girl, so I like the support fire. I've never got it. I've gotten the fully loaded one, but it's very, very, very rare occasion. It's even harder to get compared to Winter's Harvest, in my opinion. Demeter, you basically only want a few things from her. Okay. I think that's all for now. So I'm going to pick the Greater Evasion one. Because why not? Oh god, okay. You play a game called Friday Night Funkin'. That one of your custom game figure? Oh god, oh god. Okay, wait. Oh, okay, it's not yours. Okay, interesting. Also, Vigor. Yes. Remember a few weeks, is it last week or is it a few weeks back? You said that when I defeated the Bullman in the small arena, whenever we fight the Bullman in the final boss fight, the Bullman has lower HP, right? You are correct, and I never realized that until you pointed that out. So thank you for that. Oh god, okay. Um, Santos Heart, more please. Friday Night Funkin' is a rap battle game. Ah, interesting. Where you are a character and rap battle with different creatures? Interesting. Oh god, okay. Oh god. Okay, the archers sometimes give me a lot of grievance. Not up. Oh god, okay. Okay, nice. Oh no, the shield guy. Okay. I hate the bow. I hate the shield guy. Basically, Elysium is not the best place for me. Oh no. Okay. Whew. Artemis, I need help. Whew, nice. Oh. Oh no. Okay, wait. Okay. By the way, Yanli, who is your favorite god to get your boons from? I personally prefer Athena's dash, Demeter's attack, Ares special, and Artemis cast. That is my preferred boon to get each of those boons from. So I'm interested to see where who you like personally to get your boons from. Okay, Hunter's Mark or after you deal critical damage to a foe. No please.
options.
Icebreaker. Ooh, nice.
If this is your idea of humor, Zagreus, then I shall make it clear to you again.
Sorry, Athena. Sorry. Oh god, okay, wait. Oof, nice. Oof, nice. Just in time before Athena's effect can protect that enemy. Sure footing or bronze skin. I'm going with bronze skin. Oh, okay, vigor. Okay. Mod mods for Friday night. One mod is called Hypno Lullaby. Ooh. Okay, that's a very long text there, vigor. I can't read that right now. Um, okay, let's go see Patroclus right now. Hey, it's okay, no worries. Let's get the Cyclops jerky. Sure. We are full on Death Defiance, and our health is very good right now. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, wait, wait. Oh. Oh, come on. How to deal with this flame wheels? Okay, nice. Whew. Uh, Santos Heart. Okay, I'm going to try and get as much things done in this case. Ooh, okay. Artemis, you missed. Oh my god. Okay. Whew. Okay. Do I want to restore my health? Why not? Why the hell not?
Security.
Oh god, okay. Oof, nice.
Useless.
Um, Palm. A Palm of Power. Nice.
The power of the gods.
Artemis 8. Nice.
Palm power.
It is as the king said.
Monster! Your battle prowess leaves much to be desired.
Whoa. Oh no. Okay. 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 Oh god. Yeah, you know what? The Shattered Shackle on lower level might be better, but on higher level in Elysium, it's not that good.
What is the matter, fiend? Is your weak sense of resolve already shaken?
Whoa, okay. Are you kidding me, Theseus? Come on. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Whoa. Nice.
Olympus, help me, please!
Sisyphus.
Nice. I love bonking people with the rock. Nice.
You are my biggest fan.
Okay, now I can read your message, Vigor. So there are mods for Friday Night Funkin', and one mod is called Hypno's Lullaby, a rebuilt version of version 2 because it got cancelled. And there's one song called Pasta Night where you are one of the 3 creepypastas that fight with each other. What is MX? It makes a Mario EXE, Lord X, which is a version of Sonic EXE, and the Pokemon Hypno. Oh, a mix of Mario and Sonic EXE and Pokemon Hypno. E. Actually, amongst the 3, I am more familiar with Sonic EXE, Sonic, more than Mario or Pokemon. It's quite funny. I've never played any of the Nintendo games before. Okay, 48 encounters to level up the Shattered Shackle. For now, I'm going to finally level up the Evergreen Acorn.
Should help.
Yarn of Ariane.
I'll pay for that.
Want you, send a link to see the original song because you managed to record you yourself playing, but change something to the file. Sure. You can post it on here on the chat if possible, and I'll look at it afterwards. If not, you can simply put it on my Discord. The link to my Discord uh is on somewhere. I don't even remember where I put it, but it's there.
One more stop.
Okay. Um yeah, I need to clear this game up as quickly as possible. Okay, nice. Okay, what do we have? We have anvil. Okay, anvil. What do we have for our weapon? We have rolling knuckle and concentrated knuckle. Both of these I don't mind losing, so I'm going with
Despise
this.
me, Daedalus.
Heavy knuckle and colossus knuckle. What does it do? Colossus knuckle, 30, and heavy knuckle, 3 hit sequence. Ooh. Yeah, sure, let's get Demeter. Oh,
Back.
you need to stop, little rat, little vermin.
Not
Nice.
yet.
Okay, oh, it's a YouTube link. Okay, I'll be sure to look at it after this. Okay, nice. Uh-oh. Oh god, the crystal guy is so annoying. Okay, thank goodness that is dealt with. Are you kidding me?
Feels safe. Hey, Baldy. Here comes Baldy.
Ooh, nice.
Olympus calling.
Evergreen Acorn ranks up. Nice.
Zagreus, my grandson. I can scarce believe it still. To think that Kore or Persephone, my daughter.
Yeah, Demeter. Rare crop. Oh no. Okay, I actually want the attack from you, Demeter, please. Thank you. Ask and you shall receive.
Let's just go down this Sata hole.
Okay, let's get Artemis? Yeah, sure, let's get Artemis.
Here.
Nice. Nice. Okay, okay, come on. So excited. Ah, come on. Woo. Ooh, nice. Already? Ooh.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Deadly flourish, huh? I guess in this case. Hmm, sure, why not?
Yum.
Okay, let's get you.
I could use this.
Ooh, support fire. Nice.
Delicious.
Support fire leveled up. Urge to kill is good. Hydraulic might. Nice. Um, sure.
After delivery.
Oof, okay. EM4.
Thanks, boy.
We should be fine. Should be fine.
Think you can beat me this time, father?
I see it's time again that we begin our bloody business here.
Come on, Hades. Whoa. I disagree.
Which of our relatives aided you this time, boy?
Certainly not you.
All right. Artemis, this hunt is well out of your league.
Come on. Oof. Whoa. Oh god. Hades. You know what? I'm just going to attack Hades. Nope, nope, nope. Oh god, what is happening? Nice. Oof.
Not finished then.
You can't kill me.
Wanna bet? I disagree. Hello? No, Cerberus, no, no. Okay. Woo.
I hear you. Firing.
No more.
Ooh. Okay. Come on. We can do this. Oh no! Oh no!
This.
Okay. Nice, 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 nice.
We are not finished.
Oh god, okay. Woo. Holy crap, Artemis. You deal so much damage to Hades. I disagree with that. Okay, I'm getting a little bit sloppy. Nice.
For students of Achilles.
Okay, because of the damage reduction, I feel like I'm getting a free pass, but a win is a win, right?
I cannot remain.
But at least we managed to level up the Evergreen Acorn, which is nice.
In my father's name.
Oh, okay. 26 minute. 26 minute. It's not the fastest we have tried it. Oh my god. The heart-seeking bow is my least amount of clear, huh? Okay. Interesting. Total clear is 113. Just show you how much I've played this game. This is my original save file, so interesting. I can't believe I used to struggle in this game.
Some sort of joyous
At least in this save file. I'm still struggling in this game.
unfortunately painful
Okay.
shall experience now.
Before I end the stream, I am going to look at the video that Vigor just showed me in the chat right after this. No, Thanatos,
The head chef is going to
Megara. Okay, let's go to our room first. Nice. Look at how much how much stuff we have on our room right now. After the video check and the one you will send now. Okay. Okay, sure. Just send it. I'm going to check it right now. Oh, okay. I'm going to open the YouTube videos first. Okay. Oh god, okay. Is it too loud for y'all? Okay. Oh, it's like literally Mario and there's also Squidward? Okay, wait. Am I going to get audio cut? Um oh god. Okay, wait. How should I do this? Okay. Um I'm going to mute the desktop audio for a bit because I don't want my audio, I don't want to get the MC8 and okay, wait. I don't think you will because many streamers watch it on stream. Oh, okay. Nice. Uh, okay, wait. Oh my god. It's a it's like DDR. The song is dope though. That's Luigi. Is it Uno or Pokemon card? I know Sonic is holding a Uno card. Hypno Hypno is holding the Pokemon card. I'm not sure what Mario is holding. Holy crap, the guy is so good at this game. Whew, nice. Nice. It's Uno, Hypnos just. Oh, I see. Interesting. Okay, and finally for the second video. Is it just me or is it not loading? I'm trying. Okay. Okay, I've managed to open it. You changed this vigor. Huh. Well, it's a little bit slow. Okay, wait. It's going to take a while for it to buffer. I'm not sure why. Oh my god, is that Grim Child? Yeah, it's buffering a little bit. Um, and there's the Minecraft creeper and a Terraria boss, which I've never finished Terraria because I got too frustrated with the game. I've never played until I've met a boss, but eh. So the worm-looking thing is the boss in Terraria. That boss is an early game boss. You'll be surprised at how bad I am at such an open world game. I literally am lost in that game. I literally don't know what I'm supposed to do. I got too overwhelmed, so I basically just give up on the game. Okay, I'm not sure why it's buffering a lot. Yeah, the video is not loading for me for some reason. It's stuck at 9 second. Yeah. Yeah. At least I saw the green child. So the green guy is not from Minecraft. The worm thing is from Terraria, right? And oh, okay. The green guy is from a streamer you watch. I see. And you put this inside the game? Ah, I see. Oh, a creepers came from Terraria. Ah, I see, I see. Interesting, interesting. I'll definitely look at it as soon as it is loaded. But for now, I have to bid adieu. Thank you so much for coming, Vigor, for showing me those interesting videos. In the Creeper head, there's a hat saying EOL fan. What is EOL? Empress of Light. Ah, I see. Interesting. Uh, oh, it does say EOL fan. Huh. The text is quite a little bit small on the small side, but I did manage to see EOL fan. Interesting. Yeah, but I want to say thank you so much, Vigor, for showing me those two videos. Thank you to the Yen Li for and also oh god, okay, wait. Um and also Car called for chatting with me. I really do appreciate it. Um also for making me distracting myself from the stuff that is happening from in IRL basically. But yeah, as any good thing that happen, it must come to an end, right? So I want to say thank you so much for coming, for chatting. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next stream. Goodbye.